Welcome to the debate.
Today, our focus is on the emergence of formal education structures within competitive gaming. We're looking at a pretty comprehensive curriculum framework from an esports education academy.
Right. And this academy is offering things like diplomas and certifications across five key career tracks. So everything from business and technology to health.
And the core tension here, really, it comes from the source material's own justification, which I find fascinating. They say only 0.01% become pro players, but 100% of the ecosystem needs trained professionals to operate.
Exactly. So the central question for us is this. Does a highly specialized multi-credential framework like this one represent the essential gold standard for building a career in this massive $4 billion plus industry?
Or does its internal complexity, its specialization, actually limit the professional utility and the long-term transferability of the credentials it's offering?
Well, I'm going to argue that this comprehensive structure is not just useful, it's absolutely essential for formalizing what they call the next generation of esports professionals.
And I'll be arguing that while the vision is impressive, the specialized nature of these esports-specific diplomas, well, they may fail to offer the transferable value and long-term security that more traditional academic pathways can guarantee.
I think the framework's greatest strength is its pragmatic recognition of that 0.01% reality. It shifts the entire industry's focus away from, the pro player fantasy and squarely onto the lucrative, stable support roles that are needed to power an industry of this scale. I mean, we're talking about 5 distinct career tracks and over 50 actual career paths. These include high-level six-figure roles like general managers and really critical roles like esports psychologists. This, to me, signifies the industry's intellectual maturation. The Academy achieves this through what they call the TRI approach, which is an integration of academic excellence, industry experience, and world-ready skills. This is the crucial differentiator. It mandates practical components like mentorships with professional players and essential industry internship placements. This blending of theory and rigorous practical execution is exactly what a conventional, slow-moving university education just can't deliver in a vertical that changes, every 6 months?
Okay, I see why you think that, but let me offer a different perspective on that specialization. While I agree the industry needs formal training, the immense breadth of the 5 tracks you just mentioned, it raises a fundamental issue for me of professional recognition. I mean, when the curriculum claims to train cybersecurity specialists in its technology track, or physical therapists in the health track, well, the specialized knowledge for those professions is not unique to esports. They are deeply complex, generalized professional skills.
Sure, but the application is unique.
Well, the Academy's entire value proposition hinges on its specialized diploma being accepted as equivalent to a traditional degree, particularly when you're targeting high-skill, high-salary roles, like a platform engineer earning, $75,000 to $140,000. I'm just very skeptical that a 1 to 2 year specialized diploma, even one focused intensely on esports events management, can genuinely compete against a conventional 4-year business or engineering degree that's just, supplemented with some industry experience. The risk is that the deep industry knowledge that's promised in these programs, especially in those very short 4 to 12-week courses, it might just become obsolete very, very quickly as the ecosystem evolves.
And that point about obsolescence brings me to my central concern, which is really the depth of the training. How deep can the instruction really be in these highly complex data-driven fields like data and analytics, which is dealing with performance metrics, predictive modeling? I mean, it's the money ball of competitive gaming, right? How deep can that be when it's housed inside this specialized framework? Furthermore, you look at the health and wellness track. It covers the 5 pillars: physical, mental, nutrition, sleep, and lifestyle. So if the goal is to produce high-end professionals, are these diplomas lasting only 1 to 2 years? Are they truly competitive with established academic fields for jobs that require clinical or deep technical expertise outside that immediate esports bubble?
Okay, that's a powerful indictment, I'll give you that, but I think it misunderstands the framework's purpose. The goal is absolutely not to replace a fundamental degree in computer science or clinical medicine. It's to radically specialize the application of that knowledge to a singular high-stakes context. The source material shows the curriculum goes deep by focusing on specific applications. So, for the tech track, students have to do game prototype development, which demonstrates they can integrate software systems vital for tournament operations. For the health track, they mandate clinical placement hours.
Okay.
And specialized modules on ergonomics and injury prevention, focusing on repetitive strain injuries that are unique to gamers, and VOD review and self-analysis, which is a very specialized competitive video analysis used to refine professional tactics. I mean, this targeted application training is far, far superior to generalized theory for making an immediate impact. And the ability to stack these credentials, so short courses count toward certifications and certifications count toward diplomas, that is also highly effective. It maximizes accessibility and efficiency. Someone who just needs a niche skill like OBS Studio Mastery for broadcasting can take a short course. Conversely, a career launcher can commit to the full diploma for a full curriculum coverage with placements and capstone projects. It's that practical focus that creates high-value professionals.
That's a strong defense of the flexibility, I'll grant you. But let's shift focus to what the marketplace actually values for, let's say, management roles. While short courses and certifications, yes, they are superb for upskilling. Basing a high-level management track career like a marketing director making, say, $70,000 to $130,000 on a 1 to 2 year diploma might inadvertently create a professional ceiling. In the broader marketplace, a diploma, well, it often signifies a lower-tier qualification than a 4-year baccalaureate degree. So while an esports diploma might open doors inside a dedicated esports org today, the moment that professional wants to transition to a traditional tech company or a major sports league, that specialized credential could be viewed as secondary to a classic university business qualification.
I think that's a risk, but it's a calculated one.
Well, I also think we need to look closer at the structural focus. The curriculum dedicates one of its 5 tracks entirely to player performance. Yet the stated economic imperative, as we said at the top, is to focus on the non-player careers for the 100% of the ecosystem. I'm concerned that by offering these highly specific short courses like aim training and mechanics, the Academy risks catering to that 0.01% player dream, and that could potentially distract resources and student focus from the more robust business, tech, and health infrastructure careers, which are the stated priority for industry maturity.
I understand the concern that the player performance track might appear misplaced, but I think that misunderstands its purpose entirely. Look, the player performance track is essential, not because it creates pro players, but because it produces the high-value infrastructure roles that are required to maintain the professional standard of the competition itself. This track is what generates the head coaches, the strategic analysts, and the team managers, roles that can command $60,000 to $150,000 or more.
So it's about the support structure for the players.
Exactly. These are key operational roles that require unique competitive skills like coaching methodology, advanced talent identification, and strategic analysis that involve, deep meta-knowledge and draft strategy. These skills are absolutely central to the integrity and the operational success of the competitive ecosystem itself. Removing the study of player performance would cripple the ability to train the very people who manage the competitive product.
Right.
So to summarize my position, the Esports Education Academy's framework provides a crucial, specialized pathway that correctly recognizes the distinct, high-demand skills required for the 100% of professionals supporting the competitive gaming industry. By using flexible, progressive, and application-focused credentials supported by that TRI approach, it creates professionals with immediate job readiness.
And to summarize mine, while the framework brilliantly identifies and maps out necessary career paths for the industry's future, the long-term utility and the recognized academic rigor of these specialized diplomas and certifications must be continually scrutinized. This is particularly true for those highly skilled non-esports specific roles that we see in the technology and health tracks, where broad professional acceptance traditionally demands longer, broader academic credentials.
The material clearly shows the professional maturation of esports, necessitating formal education structures like this curriculum to handle just a tectonic shift in demand.
And our fundamental disagreement, it seems, remains on whether such highly specialized structures offer sufficient recognized academic depth to support sustained decades-long careers across such a wide spectrum of fields, especially outside of the narrow esports vertical.
There's clearly more to explore in how these innovative, specialized credentials will be accepted by the industry and the wider professional world as this market continues to mature and consolidate over time.